Alright, hopefully I can tell this story properly. So, another depo day. I think it's like my 10th one. And basically, it was like in Santa Monica at like a dude's office that owns the building. But it's like, it's always a little jank. First off, there's no parking out there. So, like, they have street parking and there's like street meter parking for 2 hours max. So, I had to like go in some other lot as if I'm a customer somewhere to go park, which they don't clarify ever in the freaking emails. So do that, woo, push through. And second floor, no elevator, gotta carry it up the steps. All good, woosah. Get in the office. It's kind of a tight room, so I can't have the backdrop for the green screen thing. So woo, go forward. The dude that's suing, the deponent, he is basically an alcoholic and probably a druggie, but he's like a marketing dude that got in a fight with one of his colleagues and another multiple colleagues, some kind of colleague fight, and at a convention got hit, had a big hospital bill that he wanted to sue the colleague, right? And the colleague was with the defendant, and I've never seen the plaintiff and the defendant in the same room for a deposition, right? So cause they're suing each other, you know what I'm saying? But like, one is basically like a short white guy with a Napoleon complex. The other was like a average height Indian dude. You know what I'm saying? Not much of a difference. But it's like the colleague in the room with the defendant wasn't saying nothing. The plaintiff was the one giving the deposition, right? So amongst all that, he's basically telling the story of how a fight happened, but like let me reverse back to the defendant lawyer. And I've started to get better at this vernacular to describe what lawyers be doing. They channel some kind of entity that is very patronizing and another word. Patronizing is the best way to put it, generally speaking. But it's like it's cynical. It's detached from emotion, and it's like it's not how far from like a drowning person can like pull down the lifeguard that's trying to save them because they're just wailing for air. It's like at some point, not that energy of recklessness, but they'll pull at any straw to tear apart your argument. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just neat. It's just neat. I'm taking it back, but like, they're asking questions about like, hey, did you do cocaine in the bathroom with this person? And the dude's about to answer the thing, but clearly he's guilty. You know what I'm saying? But his lawyer's like, don't answer that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like at some point, sidebar, these lawyers, the plaintiff lawyer and the defendant lawyer, they're friends, they're homies. Like when they came through him, they're all chalking out Josie. He's joking in his office, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole warm-up. They're just catching up and shooting the shit. Like I never seen boy lawyer so buddy till this 10th deposition, right? Fast forward, they all buddy, you know what I mean? And even in the meeting, they're like kind of having inside jokes, and it's like he'll cover his face, and it's like the boys club. It's legit the boys club. Like it's fucking hilarious. And the deposition stenographer, she's like there, keeping a straight face, all stoic and shit. But it's just weird. It's weird. They're all buddies. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna probably get beer after. The opponent, this dude's clearly on something in life. You know what I mean? He's listening all, and like this dude is over talking too much details. Like he probably had a chance to win it before he started talking. He put his foot in his mouth and just gave this dude all the rope to hang himself, to settle for whatever it is. And it's not even big money. I don't even know the numbers, but I'm surprised I got this much of a story. Sidebar. In this depo life, the best way for me to describe it, for people looking at it, is like, it's like jumping into a movie a third way into it. You know what I'm saying? A third of the way into the movie, and you only get to catch like a third of the movie. You only see what happens at the end. You don't catch the beginning. You just kind of jump in and jump out with some commercial breaks. So that's how it's like a really incomplete process. But it's neat as you start getting the nuance of different stories. People sue for this, that, and the third, and people be peopling. This is the really part about it. But this dude clearly had a Napoleon complex, the opponent, because he was like, at some point the lawyer pointed at him. He was like, "Hey, don't point at me, bro. Don't point at me, bro." And the lawyer's like kind of being a dick about it, like, "What do you mean I can't point at you? Like, what do you mean?" And then he's like, "Yeah, I don't like people pointing at me, bro." And it's like the whole energy that shifted for a second when little Napoleon got pointed at. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's weird. I'm thinking like, at some point, the fight, he was talking about a previous fight with another altercation with a neighbor, in the past. Like, he's just divulging this information that shouldn't have been mentioned, right? And it's basically showing a pattern of regression. Why you put yourself in these shoes? Talking about all the drugs you take, like Wellbutrin and Xanax and Ambien and what was the other one? It was a bunch of the stereotypical jumbo. This is for anxiety, this is for that, this is for, and tomorrow I had an alcoholic problem, and I said I stopped, but I'm not an alcoholic. Like, you're just contradicting yourself left and right, telling way too much information. And this is weird. This is weird. I mean, it's entertaining for me. I didn't fall asleep. I didn't yawn as much as I normally would. So that part, but it's just weird. He put his foot in. I mean, it was definitely entertaining. Definitely one of the most entertaining ones. And it was short and sweet. You know what I mean? But I wish it could go longer. I made that money. You know what I mean? But anywho, I don't think I'm taken aback by like how this dude divulged so much information. And he was about to admit to doing cocaine on camera. Like, bro. Yeah, because again, his tone switched when it got pointed at, and it's like lawyers and so the lawyers leaning into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I acted naive about it. And it's just like, he clearly hit a button with it, and it's like he's kind of like setting it up for the takedown. And it's just like to get under people's skin. Like the patronizingness is the way to get under your skin, get you out of character. They'll start off buddy, like, hey, this is how it goes. Very professional. That same professional has an underlying backhand to it. It's like, per my last email, like, answer the question. Oh, yeah. So, like, it's a one-way thing. I've noticed some lawyers are dicks. They'll talk over you saying, don't talk over, please let them finish the question first, pause and respond. But when the lawyer feels like talking over you, they're just going to fucking do it. You're going to take it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the other plaintiff's attorney is not going to be supportive for him. They're just, like, kind of chilling there in the room. And they might say objection due to yada, 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 bannering, whatever, some shit. But ultimately, it's like, they're just having fun sometimes. Like, channeling this energy, this entity, right? They're still fucking around at times. And some of them just get off doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you gotta lighten the mood. And it's like, your questioning did not have to go this way at all. And you're gonna double down for this to get an answer or response. It's really creative. It's like you're building a Rolodex of this, like, I made someone do this in life. It's like Simon says, some twisted shit. It's really a power play in some instances. Yeah. Also, the office is janky. Another reason to paint the office. Because when you have to go to the bathroom or something like that, you got to go get a key to go outside, to go somewhere else. And, and they had like 6 keys. So I don't know which key is which, you know what I'm saying? So at that point, I had to go, this is weird. It's weird. You got to take multiple keys out. I ain't walking in and out of the back, to figure out which fucking key goes to which door. And they'd be weird and janky. So woosah. It's done, it's over. Yeah, I try to keep it like more of a library, a log of these depots, because that is intriguing to see all these character traits. It's fresh in your mind. So I'm trying to think of anything else in this case. Like, these dudes are loser. They fought and they're in the same room, and they've been buddy ever since the fight. Like, it's some real elementary fighting boys shit. Like, it's some boys that got in a fight. One got too hurt. They had to sue, but they're still homies. They're still gonna get beer together. You know what I'm saying? Oh, at some point, this dude's trolling some other colleague on the internet, talking on their Facebook or LinkedIn or some shit. LinkedIn, talk about their alcoholism. Like I said, to call the other person alcoholic when this person clearly has alcoholic posture. You know what I'm saying? like muscle memory alcoholic posture. It makes me not want to drink, seeing this person has actually lived this life being a live person. It's like, you kind of a turn off to me, even like having a wine cooler, bro. Like, you make me want to go sober just seeing you, bro. Like, thank you for this. Thank you. Thank you, universe, for these reminders. I think that's basically the gist of it. It's the gist. Yeah, courtroom stenographers. This one made like $4.95 a page. $495 a page. And she did like 100-some pages. I don't think the math converts on that. There's no way you're making that. That'd be like 40 grand, right? 400 a page times 100. That's like 40 grand. No, it's like more like 4 grand. Somehow the math gets off, not mathing. I gotta figure out how that is. But woosah. Apparently they really need more courtroom reporters. And AI might be taking jobs. Not exactly sure. But I've heard mixed things about it. But ultimately, it's basically in every facet is that AI replace human kind of thing. But the human bodies are needed. You gotta have a person in experience. So, jayo for that. And I just really wish people had clarified parking before they come to the places, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you have a lawyer office with only 2-hour meter parking? You ain't got no parking lot access, like, and they have a parking lot there, but I can't pull in it, you know what I mean? There's no bell to ring, only if you know? So it's not convenient, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm carrying my stuff across the street. What else? My pet peeve is the parking life, you know what I mean? But just gotta leave a little bit earlier. Got more podcasts. It's terrible traffic everywhere. As you see the cars, you hear the pacing of it. But that's all you get. I'll tell you a little story, a little 10-minute fin. All right, pause.